My name is Kirandeep Kaur, so I'm here to present the presentation. As we all know, Kellogg's is a famous breakfast cereal brand, but it's not only the limited to the breakfast cereals, it has also cookies, crackers, and snacks under this name. So how this name was actually formed? The name Kellogg's was from the two brothers who started this business, who had their last name is Kellogg, John Harvey Kellogg, and the Will Keith Kellogg, and the company got its this name in 1922. And this the first appearance was in the UK's in the 1950s, and the Kellogg's Cocoa Pops, which was actually a rebranding of the American name Cocoa Crispers, but in the mid of the 1970s, the company did not get the well recognition from the people, from the common public, so they renamed their brand as the Kellogg's Cocoa Pops. So as we all know that the final product we eat has to go through a number of stages. So let's have a look. So firstly, selection of cereal grain. So whatever cereal grain that is to be constituted is selected, like wheat, barley, oats. Then it is examined for its quality to make sure the product is of highest quality. It is cleaned. Then there is blending. Different products are blended into one single dough. For example, chocolate, honey, flour. These are blended together and formed into a dough. Then they undergo through the cooking, and then the dough is cooked at high temperature, and it goes through the extrusion in which the different shapes are formed. And then there is expansion, and then the product we have till this stage is filled with the desired filling we would like to have. For example, the vanilla, chocolate, sugar, and then it is cooled and coating of puffed balls is done. And in this stage, sometimes we have the cereal breakfast cereals in which the coating of the product is done by the sugar, and next finally the product is dried and these are packed. So now we will be talking about the unit operations that are used in this process. So we have 5 unit operations. First is material handling, second is cleaning, third is separating, fourth is drying, and fifth is packaging. So when we talk about the material handling is important not only in the any manufacturer process. So it is a unit operation that is important in all of the processes. For example, from manufacturing till the final product is made to it is out for the distribution, because if the material we are using is not handled properly, it may affect the overall cost of the process, and the cost is a factor that affects the overall process growth of the process. So it's very important that whatever equipment, whatever products are being used, it should be handled properly, otherwise it may affect the whole of the cost. So next is cleaning. So the products we are using in the manufacture of product any product we are using, so it should be made sure that it is cleaned properly. For example, if we are using any grains or any fruit product we have to make sure that the product is of high quality. For example, if we are using the grains, we should make sure that the grains are clean and there should be no stones in it. And depending on the type of the food product we are using, cleaning can be done by manually, or it can be done with the help of vacuums or the high pressure air. And it can be also done by the magnetic cleaning can also be done with the help of the magnet. Sometimes some of the fruit products have the ingredients that are metallic in nature, and they can be separated by the magnetic separator. So next is separating. So separating involves the separation of the liquid from the solid, or solid from the liquid. And it's such separation phase is important, because if we get, if we want the final product in whatever stage we want, so we need to separate it from the other food products. And next is drying. So drying usually involves the loss of moisture from the food products. Usually water activities maintained to the required level, and if there is more water or less water, it may affect the growth of the microorganisms in the food product. Next is packaging. So every food product require different type of packaging. So, and due to the advancement in technology, it is made sure that the packaging we do today, like for example map, cap, it reduces the uh, growth of the microorganisms in it, and we can preserve for the longer periods. So here we have the example of the milling machine, and firstly it has a multiple usages. So firstly the flour passes through the, or the grain passes through the this machine that has a magnet that separates it from the metallic contaminants. And then we have the cleaner, that, or the filter present, that separates the husk or the other impurities. Then we have the rollers that finally crush the grain. And then at last the flour is bleached, and that is used for this manufacture of this breakfast cereals. So last but not the least is the packaging. So we have to make sure that the packaging needs are met, and the extrinsic and extrinsic factors are kept in the mind. So mainly the for the packaging of breakfast cereals, the high density polyethylene plastic bags are used to make sure that the crispiness is retained and there is no unacceptable flavor. And sometimes the to prevent the contamination, or to prevent the oxygen barrier, the polyethylene made from the dichloroyl polyvinyl is used. And so as the technology is improving day by day, we can have the cap as well as map that prevents the growth of microorganisms in the food. And so this is all about the packaging. So thank you for giving us the opportunity for speaking on this topic. Thank you very much.